Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Ready?
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Whoa.
On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 4 down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 18 yards, first down Niners. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
2.
On second and a yard, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
13. Check 15. 21. Back. Lock.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Ready up. Check Mike 54. Exit. Bang.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mixon will try the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Eddie Welcome. Look for 56. Yo. 56.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to float this one. Deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Stop right there.
11.
Now Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Here we go.
Situation. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
Jackson, options out left. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyree Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make the score 14-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
57's Mike.
White.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. William Jackson with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Ready. 7 in. Check 56. Watch the curve. Watch off.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
1, Omaha. 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Stay with your man.
To throw again, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. He's got his man here. It's Green. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now here's Ross. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Joe Mixon, and down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
at the 36-yard line.
54. Here I come. Zoom. Right there. 54, right there.
From the 36, Jackson. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Right there. 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now, throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
13.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
12, fellas, here we go.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. is Jackson. He completes it to Boyd. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Here we go.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Check. 66, pull it, high. Check 37, what? 37.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Yeah, right there, 54 Mike. Watch the flag, watch the flag.
Here's Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo!
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyree Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
21.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
12.
Mike's 50. You don't want none, baby.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Ball comes back. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And able to find Green. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 49er fans likely holding their breath watching Garoppolo scramble, but that time it pays off. He's in one piece, and he's got the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Jim.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26.
First down, 49ers.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Garoppolo now. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
A 47-yard attempt.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. It's a gain of 34.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Bernard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Again, here's Bernard. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run with Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Let's go. 56.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Today's final score, Bengals 42, 49ers 6.